pretty much one of the most entertaining wrestlers in AEW, if not one of the hottest attraction in All Elite Wrestling. But what if I told you that if his contract were to be inspired from AEW sometime later this year, can you honestly imagine of him joining WWE sooner than later? Because I got my two brands that he'll do great at, as well as like NXT. So we're going to start off with Raw. The reason why I think Hook will do great on Raw is because, personally, his rivalry with Drew McIntyre will double its money. Because Drew is a heel and Hook is a babyface. And if CM Punk gets into the picture, you already know the three of them are going to have one of the craziest rivalries in the history of WWE. Let alone to have a triple threat match, either at Survivor Series or at the Royal Rumble. And I think the best place for you to do that is WrestleMania 41, Night 1. Because at some point, Hook is one of the best talents in AEW right now. Even though his contract will be expired very soon, let's not assume that he'll probably just join Ring of Honor or New Japan Wrestling. But personally, I think Hook on Raw will benefit the talent and bring out the best out of Drew McIntyre or Chad Gable or any other heel that wants to go one-on-one with Hook. The storylines that you can do with Hook on Raw will be crazy. That is my top choice for him to be on Raw. NXT. NXT is a development brand for the future WWE superstars / wrestlers. He can just go there and just develop his talent, his mic skills, and he'll improve over time. Once he'll get called up to the main roster, I think chances are he's going to be the main attraction. He can bring in money. He can put booties on seats. He can bring tickets. His merchandise will sell like sky high. On Smackdown though, we all know the Bloodline is one of the most hottest faction in WWE history. Because Solo Sikoa is already in charge of being the new tribal chief in the Bloodline right now. Paul Heyman is left with no other options than to just get with it and join him until Roman Reigns get back. Roman Reigns get back, however, I think chances are it's going to be a bloodbath with the Samoan dynasty. Because once Roman Reigns comes back, you already know he's going to be one of the most over wrestlers ever. In terms of him being a babyface while staying in the character that made him an icon in the Bloodline. Because if you're going to turn Roman Reigns babyface, I think you might want to keep him that way. Don't revert back to the 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19. Do not revert to that crap. That's long and gone. Keep him the same way you did when he turned heel in 2020. That was the best version of what we're going to get with Roman Reigns. And I know I'm getting off topic, but you get what I'm trying to say. This is about Hook joining brands that I recommend him to join. So Smackdown, I think he'll do fantastic on there because of the Bloodline. Have him face off against Solo Sikoa, and you know the rivalry will build up like no other. Have him debut on SmackDown to be the main guy on the Blue brand. And when Roman Reigns gets back, you can have him fight alongside Hook. It'll be Roman Reigns and Hook versus the Bloodline. And then if it comes like an 8-tag or a 6-man tag, you'll have Jimmy Uso, Jey Uso, you'll have Hook and Roman Reigns. The new Bloodline versus the old bloodline. They'll bring out the best out of people as a babyface group in Solo Sikoa's heel fashion, the original bloodline that he created, recreated with Paul Heyman. I think Hook will have one of the craziest rivalries with the bloodline. But the biggest thing that I want to talk about is if you were to sign the Smackdown, Tama Tonga versus Hook on Smackdown, that rivalry alone would have been one of the craziest, if not one of the best rivalries WWE has ever told. And of course, Smackdown will become the USA, will return to USA this fall. So they could just go back to swearing instead of blacking out on screens all the time. Because I'm telling you right now, if Hook were to be on SmackDown, you already know fans are going to go crazy. Whether he's going to be on Raw, NXT, or SmackDown. It doesn't matter which brand. I'm just letting you know, and I'm asking you, which brand do you think he'll do better if he were to sign with WWE? Is it going to be Raw? Is it going to be NXT? Or is it going to be on SmackDown? Let me know in the chat.